Good evening, my fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I, and I am Guy. I'm coming to you live from Applewood Station, where it is a lovely 9 degrees, with a potential freeze warning going on tonight. Because, it is what it is. It's very windy. This is me starting to worry about you. So, all right, here's what we're working on tonight. Something out there is bending and twisting, and it's really bothering me. In the wind. All right. So now we're working on making this craft look more like this guy. That's what we're really after here. We're getting there. Thing is that we've got like all of this weird internal mess that we're going to have to just deal with. And I think really what's just going to have to happen is I'm going to start deleting it. And we'll just rebuild it. Good heavens. Okay, you've got to stop. You're driving me crazy. The thing he's screeching is driving me crazy. Everything's driving me crazy. You need to stop messing with that. Oh, man. All right. Something out there is screeching with it's a piece of metal. And whatever's going on, every time the wind blows, the metal scrapes. And I don't know where it is or where it's coming from, but I'm going to have to go outside and find it because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight with that thing scraping every time the wind blows. Secure it or pin it down or something. Whatever needs to happen, it needs to happen. Which I may have to bow out of tonight's broadcast halfway through to do it because it's going to drive me crazy at this point. Which is fine. We'll be back. I got tomorrow to... I'm doing nothing tomorrow. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's wonderful. This is such a great thing. I'm going to enjoy spending my time. I may even get up late. Late, like I did today. I got up late today. It was amazing. All right, cutting across the frontal section of this thing. There we go. That's the bottom sector of it, which is fine. And at the moment, it looks like we've got kind of... I'm going to go back there and patch that piece of the hull, but it's not going to stay patched. I'm going to put in another engine pod back here, but at least we could... I don't know if it's like this, though. Yeah. That's an edge. Now what we'll do is we'll take these two. Naturally, it'll catch whichever one you don't want it to catch. That, and I'll put in a face here. And here, and put in a face there. And there. Put in a face there. Here, and put in a face here. Here. Face. And then here. Face. All right. We'll go here. And here. And here. And that'll be my last face right there. There we go. And that patched up that section of the back hull, after hull. Except that now I'm seeing even more messy stuff in here. Like, what is that? I didn't even know. Yeah, see, this is internally. How's that inside? Yeah, it shouldn't have even been there. Oof. And then this is a broken, pretty nastily broken. You know what? I'm going to just take this out. Because this whole section back here needs to be rebuilt. What we can do is turn it into a Cybertruck back here temporarily. By doing that, that'll at least patch that in. Yeeks. But that's brutal. Come back around on it. It's not that big of a deal because like I said, I'm going to be putting an engine pod on this, so it just needs to be patched up enough that it's not horrible. That's pretty horrible, actually. All right, I'm going to try to get these things lined up. This way I can go over the edge. And this guy needs to be lined out too. Like so. And then we can grab this. Bring it up like so. Then now we got to kind of bring these guys up a little. Kind of bring bring that into alignment here. Bring it down so. Here we go. And now let's just go ahead and line this guy up. There we go. Now looking at this section here, all is relatively well. We can kind of poke this out just a little and kind of line it up a little bit better that way. And it's okay. We get a little bit of a sort of a bend in here and a little bit of a vent sort of thing. And then from this side, I'm just going to go ahead and push them forward until they all sort of align a little bit better. There we go. Just so it's not absolutely running off the edge there. Like this guy is poking out. This. Right, then it's not as big of a deal. All right. We've patched that section. That section of the back hull. I got the forward section sort of borked, just like it really shouldn't be, but you know, hey, what do we know? Right? Way too aggressive here for this guy. Isn't aggressive at all. Bring him up. The point here is we're trying to kind of the point here, the point here is that we're trying to kind of smooth this hull side out, and make this intersection down here kind of rounded, not entirely rounded because it's squared in the comic, but here it's squared over. But this undersection, which has the legs under it, we're still 9 minutes out from this one. Hey, we're on the other side. This undersection here needs to hold those legs so they fold right up underneath it. And that's what we're going to do next, is I'm going to pull all of this section back here, and just pull it back until it's kind of covering the legs a little bit there. We're going to have to do this with it in naked mode, so that we can kind of do this number here, because it is sort of straight back to cover. There we go. So I'll come back through and I'm going to pull this over, because none of this is going to be like that. It's all going to be like this, because it used to be, right through here used to be that frontal landing gear door, but we're not going to be using it for that landing gear door anymore. So now we're going to have just a forward wall to protect against the intruding leg pieces here, which really should just lock right into place and be covered completely. They're not taking intake fuel, so they might as well just completely come forward and lock that into place, which is really kind of what should be happening. So like this guy back here should just come all the way back to this point right here and just be really close to that leg piece. And then this can go all the way back to like here. Might as well use all of this for, push this back. Right. And these guys can get pushed back too, till they're above the section there. So the idea now, I'm just pulling this through so that I don't even need that. I mean, really, we don't need these guys at all. right? We just need this guy who's going to define and delineate that section right there. And now we're getting further along here. And I think I'm going to just go on ahead and seal this up on the front. And then, because we're going to have a different cockpit feel to it, it's going to be rounded to the front and rounded to either side. So, but we've already got the winglets on, which I like a whole bunch. Like I was saying before, I like these whole winglets better.
Incoming call from James.
All right, hang on, guys. There we go. Turn the volume back up. All right. Give this a minute or two, and then I'm actually going to probably just put that straight back. There we go. Like that. Because really, that's what we're looking for right there, right? And this is just all we're doing is giving opening space for those legs to come back through. But the majority of the interior space of the spacecraft needs to be able to be open for, I assume there are two tandem units in here. That's what I'm assuming. One would assume there are two tandem units. Anyway, all right, guys. All righty. So, this is interesting. Well, so I let Premiere do an auto translate. And it didn't do bad. Okay. All right. Right. Well, you know what, guys? I'm going to go figure out what that piece of metal is because it's driving me crazy. I cannot take it anymore. There's a piece of metal that's bending in the wind, and it's scraping against something, and it's driving me absolutely bonkers. So I'm going to go out there and find out what the hell it is. But that means I'm going to go. I will talk to you all tomorrow morning. I'm going to get on here. I might be late. I might not. Who knows? Either way, you'll find out. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. And remember to keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye.